Hello guys, today we are going to be playing my favorite, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out on the Nintendo Entertainment System. Oh my gosh, where do I even start with this game? There's just so much to talk about, guys, because not only is this my most favorite NES game of all time, it is one of my most favorite games of all time overall. This is absolutely fantastic, and while it might be basic by today's standards, there's just so much fun to be had here, guys, and I still play this every week on my show, even today, and hopefully I can, over the next 30 minutes or so, explain to you guys why I love this so much. But anyway, we're fighting a guy from France now called Glass Joe. They call him Glass Joe because he's got a glass jaw. Obviously, he falls down like a sack of crap. We're going to beat him pretty quickly, hopefully, today. But in Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, we play a character called Little Mac. He's got the heart of a lion, but the stature of a mouse, unfortunately. He's trained by Doc Lewis, who I think was a former journeyman boxer. And together they're trying to get out of the minor leagues, till eventually they get into the major leagues, win a world title. And hopefully we can have a dream match against Mike Tyson. That's basically the goal of the game. We fight many different boxers from different countries, with funny little quirks. Some might find them offensive today. I think it's just harmless banter, personally. We don't have to look too heavily into them. But we got Glass Joe here from France. And, yeah, he probably should have, I don't know, maybe he should have become a baker instead. He might have done a better job in that line of work. That's the first boxer done. Anyway, we're going to take on an old German military vet now, Von Kaiser. Let's see how we go against this guy. Gotta love those old school brown pants. They're not really flattering, are they? I first played Mike Tyson's Punch-Out when I was about 7 years old. This was actually only the second NES game I ever played, guys. Didn't own an NES at the time. I got one for my birthday about a year later. But like I said in a previous video, I'd always go to my auntie's house on the holidays to play NES games. And her boyfriend actually owned this. And he was kind of like a big brother figure to me. And I can actually thank him as being the reason why I'm a very decent Punch-Out player. He was a guy that I was able to emulate. I was able to watch what he did, go through his struggle, and learn the patterns along with him, you know what I mean? So, I would say with my games, the two biggest influences he had on me was Mike Tyson's Punch-Out here, and also The Legend of Zelda, which we will do in a future video as well. There we go, Von Kaiser just got. But this game over the years has just gotten me through so many different times, guys. You know, it was a bit of a turbulent childhood for me. And, you know, I just get so engrossed in this game. This was certainly one of those games that in the past would help me forget my troubles for a little while. And I would argue even now at the age of 42, if I need a time killer and I just need to forget life and decompress for a second, this is still a game I like to put on. Some people might find that very surprising because this does have a reputation of being a very difficult game. And it is. But my argument is, you know, reflexes do play a small part in winning matches in this, but really it's all about pattern memorization. And I think if you play this often enough and you learn every boxer inside or out, it does eventually become like riding a bike, and you can just go on autopilot and enjoy the experience, to be honest. So that's where I'm at now. We're taking on Piston Honda here. In other games, they actually called him Piston Hondo. I can probably understand why. I'm pretty sure Nintendo does not own the intellectual property for Honda, but hey, that's okay. There you go. This son of a bitch is still getting up. All right. Let's finish him once and for all here. You'll have to forgive me if I've got the burps a little bit this stream, guys. I did my food challenge gaming stream literally before filming this video, and I lost, so I had to do a food punishment. I sculled a bottle of hot chili sauce earlier today, so yeah, I might have the burps. All the peppers are trying to come up out of my stomach. It's very attractive. Anyway, back to the game. I love these little training montages. They're pretty neat too. Second one is my favorite because he's running along the New York River in the evening. It's kind of cool. I do think the graphics in this game are really neat. This game did come out, I think, in 1987. Yeah, when Mike Tyson was 21. So just after he won the championship, I think, maybe about 6 months. I heard he didn't get paid too much to be endorsed in this game as well. I mean, it might have been a lot of money back then, but I think Tyson was paid $50,000 to be endorsed in this game. I think for like a 4-year deal. I bet they didn't know in a million years how successful this game actually would be. So Nintendo definitely got a cheap deal then, even back at that time, I think, for his likeness, considering he was the biggest pop culture icon at the time. Now, guys, I don't know if you think the same thing as me, but I feel like this boxer looks like Adam Sandler. Every time, his name is, what's his name? Don Flamenco? A dancing Spanish pretty boy. But, yeah, I don't know. I feel like he looks a bit more like Happy Gilmore. Let me know what you think in the comments anyway. Look, he's going to do a big swing and a miss. And don't worry, we'll take care of that, guys. We'll make him fall flat in his ass. Well, technically he didn't. He fell down in his stomach. But, you know, I'm just trying to talk smack and be tough here. Alright, take that, Happy Gilmore. We're done. Have you noticed that Mario's also the ref in this game, too? Times must be tough in the Mushroom Kingdom, and I mean, you guys all feel in the pinch right now, as am I. We all need to work multiple jobs now. Good on Mario for taking a weekend referee job, in my opinion. There we go. This time we got King Hippo here from the Pacific Islands. And, yeah, he's a big boy. He's a very big boy. Nothing wrong with a man that likes to eat. But this is what we call in excess. And no, I'm not talking about the band. I'm talking about eating too much. Oh, come on now. Took a lot of people a long time how to figure out this fight when the game first came out. Because all the other boxers you could punch straight in the nose. This is the first boxer in the game where I think you had to go for belly attacks. So, it was changing things up a little bit by this point in the game. The good news is, once you do figure out the pattern, you only have to put him on his butt once. Boom, the fight is over. I have never, ever, ever seen King Hippo get up. Dude, the guy weighs about 650 pounds. He couldn't get up if he wanted to. Am I fat shaming? Not regular fat people, but that's a big boy. Anyway, we're going to take on, alright, here we go, the Great Tiger. Hopefully we can beat him before he even gets to use his magic punch today. You time these punches right, you can get some stars at the beginning of the fight. You can land some uppercuts before he even starts doing his little patterns. This is cool. Look at that, see? Boom, he's down on his butt already. After the minute mark hits, Great Tiger will start doing combos and everything, and it's just about following the patterns. There you go, nice. Oh, dude, that's 2 knockdowns already. I don't think I've ever knocked him down 2 times in a minute before. Thank you for watching, guys. It looks like you're all good luck. Any Great Tiger is from India, and he has magical abilities, apparently. He can do a little magic punch if you let the fight go on for too long, where he kind of has, I guess you could say, double spinning around, and it's a little bit tricky to follow, but we're not worrying about that today. I know you probably, maybe I could have slowed down the fight and shown you, but I just like mowing through this. So much fun. Until I've been playing this for a long time. You know, no matter how much I brag about being good at this game, there's always someone better. There's actually this guy on the internet that can do this blindfolded. At that point, I'm like, you know what? I'm out. I ain't playing no games blindfolded. Alright, here we go. We got Bald Bull here from Turkey. He's got a big scar on his head, so I don't know if he's a former military guy. He might have a plate or something. I don't know, I'm just wondering where that scar's come from. It could be that he's taken too many punches, but I don't know. He's a scary looking fella. I don't know if everyone's going to be landing them on him. We have to actually fight this guy again a little bit later on. He's a little bit harder the second time around, because in the second fight, you can only knock him down with a star uppercut, and or if he's doing his bull charge, but which you will see, spoiler alert. Star uppercuts are hard to come by, so it's a lot more tactical the second time around. Hopefully we can beat him in the first round in this fight too. I love the spinny eyes. You know those toys you used to get from the toy store back in the day that would have the little spinny eyes? I love that. That reminds me of my childhood too. Now there's little Easter eggs in this game as well. When certain people in the crowd are blinking or raising their head, if you punch at that certain time, you can actually get like flash KOs, and I think there's a few other Easter eggs in this. I don't remember them all, but they're easy to find on the internet. And pretty cool for a game this old to have little hidden features too. I like that. There's things, I think even with the sequel to this, the second Punch-Out, that people are even discovering even today. When I say the second Punch-Out, I mean the second console Punch-Out. Technically, a couple of arcade games came out first, but I sort of treat them like a separate thing. There we go, we got another training montage here. Go Mackie, go Mackie, go. I think if we learned something else here today, guys, is that real men wear pink apparently. I might just stick to my black shirt today. Alright, we're going to take on Piston Honda. A second time this time, he's out for revenge. He's not too happy that he lost just before. Obviously, the second time's going to be harder. It's kind of like when Apollo Creed did the training and fought Rocky for a second time. He was out for blood. There you go. I'm trying to get some early star uppercuts here. There we go. Hopefully we can throw down here. If we play our cards right, we might be able to beat him in the first round, everybody. There we go. He's down once. Now he'll start dancing around the ring if we can hit him in the belly at the right time. It could possibly be an instant knockout as well. There it is. That might be the KO that we were looking for. Let's have a look. Yeah, nah, he ain't getting back up. Nah, he done. I promise you guys that the second fight is harder. Once you figure it out, again, it's like riding a bike. But many times growing up, that fight would always go to a decision. I just couldn't get the job done. Now, here we go. We got Soda Pompinski, originally called Soda Drunkinski, but they had to edit out the original name. Why? Because it probably wasn't good to reference alcohol to young children who are playing this game. I would argue that this guy is one of the harder boxers to fight in the game, mainly because he has some delayed punches, which are a little bit tricky. Now, there's a fight later on with Macho Man, who has a little bit of a similar archetype, but it's easy to have flow with Macho Man because he's like bang, 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 bang. You can keep moving. Soda Pompinski not only has these annoying delayed punches, but he'll occasionally throw a rogue jab out of nowhere. And so if you can actually beat Soda Pompinski without taking a punch, good job. I think he's genuinely difficult and probably the hardest boxer in the game, apart from Tyson, to beat no damage. I think I've only ever beaten him once in the first round too. There's a way I think you can get star uppercuts on him by hitting him in the belly in between these punches. But I'll admit, over the years, I haven't figured out that mechanic properly. So I'm sort of fighting him the more conservative way today before you rip me apart in the comments. By the way, as long as you're polite, and if you have some really good Mike Tyson's Punch-Out strategy, please share them with us. You know, even though I've been playing this for years and I'm very good at the game, there's no harm in learning some new tricks and getting even better, right? There we go. He's got a glorious pink shade to him here, Soda Pompinski. I wonder if he got burnt in all that snow. I'm sure he works in the snow. Snow burns. Too hot from the snow. That made absolutely no sense. Oh, what are you laughing at, you drunk fudge? I'll try not to say the F word for new YouTube videos. Maybe this far in, the odd F-bomb or two is okay. By the way, just in case you didn't know, I also have a live stream on Facebook. I'm on Facebook every single day. One coin only, 8 PM, 8 AM. I swear an awful lot over there, and I understand that the rules are a bit different here on the the Tube. I would like to make it a bit more family friendly on this side. Hey, I'm an obnoxious Australian. It's a lot harder than what you realize. There he goes. Don't mind me, guys. I've just got my focus face on here. Oh! There you go. See, again, that can catch you out sometimes. He starts throwing those uppercuts, and then he throws a little rogue hook. That's alright. We got him. So we're over halfway through the game now. You'll have to also let me know who your favorite boxer in this game is. I mean, obviously, my favorite is Mike Tyson. Probably, I'd say my second favorite is Super Macho Man. Alright, we're going to take on Ball Bull for the second time here. Oh, yeah, I suppose I should probably tell you when I beat Mike Tyson for the first time. That's something we haven't discussed yet. So, I first probably played this game when I was 7 years old. And I finally got good enough to beat Mike Tyson when I was about... I was either 9.5 or I just turned 10. I remember where I was living at the time, but I'm trying to remember the exact age I was. I first beat Mike Tyson by decision, and then a few more times practicing, I eventually got him on the regular by KO on the second round. It's very hard because now you can play this through emulation and stuff, save the game, not have to worry about checkpoints or anything, and just keep doing the Tyson fight over and over and over. It was a lot harder back when I was a kid because if you had Nintendo Power Magazine, you could use a code to take you straight to Tyson. I didn't have that code. So what happens is if you fight Mike Tyson and lose, what you'd have to do is you'd have to use the code to take you back to fight Macho Man first, and then do the Tyson's fight. So anytime you wanted to fight Tyson again, you'd always have to go through Macho Man first, and that was hard enough as what it was. So yeah, it was pretty frustrating. There we go, we should be able to finish him off pretty quickly. Hey, look at this, guys. Ball. No damage. So yeah, it took a long time to keep practicing and persevering to finally beat Mike Tyson. So I probably got up to him for the first time when I was about 9. After playing the game for the first time at 7. So I probably got up to him for the first time at 9. So I would guess it took me anywhere from 6 months to a year to beat him after I got up to Mike Tyson for the first time. That was a lot of freaking practice and patience, my friends. And then I got to becoming a grown adult and streaming this game, and I completely forgot how to do it. But as you can see, the rest is history. I've learned how to do it again now, and hopefully we can show you today. There we go. Here's Don Flamenco for the second time. He's definitely changing up his strategy a little bit more this time. He's not using as many erratic punches. You got to be careful. These quick jabs and punches can catch you out pretty quickly on this Zumbish as well. There we go. He's back to doing his big haymakers now. And down goes Frazier. Only got 3 boxes left after this, guys. We got the dreaded Mr. Sandman. He's a scary fool. Macho Man and Tyson. So, one thing I will say about my childhood is that this game seemed a lot longer than what it actually is. But I'd also spend a lot longer on the boxes, and I'd be losing frequently too. So I think that was one of the things with these NES games too. They were kind of disguised as being long when they actually weren't. Because the difficulty was so high, you just assumed the game was long because you would always lose. Most of these NES games, if you played from start to finish with no trouble, you'd probably get through it in maybe half an hour to an hour. A lot of these, you know, games like Mega Man, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, Kid Icarus you can get through in about an hour. Metroid. Pretty crazy. All these games that seemed like so big when we were young. There's also a few ROM hacks of this game too. I don't normally encourage the hacky stuff, but this is my favorite game. I'm going to make an exception today. I would recommend Fred's Cool Punch-Out 2 Turbo. New fighters and new moves. It's actually a pretty crazy mod. And if you are an expert Punch-Out player, that is definitely going to test you. There's also Bull's Punch-Out, where you have to take on Bull every single fight. There's also a hack where you just take on Mike Tyson non-stop. And there's a few other reskins as well. I wish there was more, but I think this is actually a really hard game for people to mod for whatever reason. Probably something to do with the 3D style, I guess. It's a 2D game, but as you can see, it's on a 3D perspective. Might make it a little bit difficult to mod. You reckon, I wonder if you guys think we'll ever get another Mike Tyson's Punch-Out game too. I think in today's sort of, don't want to use the whole woke or cancel culture thing, you know, live and let live, but yeah, people seem to get offended very quickly these days. So with all the banter of the different nationalities and stuff that is performed in these games, I don't know if another Punch-Out is possible, at least not yet. Hopefully one day, man. Life is already serious enough as it is. Alright, we got Mr. Sandman here from... I find it quite ironic that he's from the city of brotherly love. Because, yeah, look at this. There's going to be no love given today. Arguably the hardest fight apart from Mike Tyson, this guy. As I said, my three hardest fighters in the game is Mr. Sandman, Mike Tyson, and Soda Pompinski. That's just me. I mean, it's all very subjective, isn't it? And now do me a favor, guys. Let me know your top 3 hardest fighters in the chat as well. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I love this game so much, I could talk about it all day. That opening sequence is probably the hardest, where he throws, like, those little jabs. They're very, very quick, and to dodge them properly, you kind of have to do the 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippis just to get your timing right. But, yeah, we probably got through arguably the hardest sequence. He can get you off to a really bad start in this if you're not careful. This is definitely a big reflex section trying to avoid those big uppercuts. I've only just got the hang of it again now, to tell you the truth. They would always catch me out. I always wondered growing up too if these Mike Tyson's Punch-Out boxes were ever modeled off any real-life fighters. I know Macho Man has apparently been modeled off a real person, but we're going to get into that a little bit later. There we go. We should be able to get him knocked down twice in the first round. Now, one of the tricks you can do is just leave a little tiny bit of health left before the round ends, because they won't recover any health, and it makes it easier to get TKOs in the following round if the first knockout is so easy. But who says we always have to do things the easy way? He's hurt me, Doc. The hell are you talking about, little Mac? You didn't even take a single punch that whole fight. Welcome to Dreamland, baby. There you go. Looks like Mr. Sandman's going delirious right now. Little Mac is having a whinge. He didn't even take a punch that whole first round. What a Gumby. Anyway. We're doing pretty good here today. Once again, thank you so much for watching, everyone. I hope you've been enjoying our videos in this playlist. Check out some more, guys. We're always remembering a different game every day or every other day. You know, we've got like Hang On, Kung Fu, Clue Clue Land. Been really enjoying making this series for you. If you have any suggestions, by all means, let me know as well. Now, he's probably going to start blocking. Yeah, he's about to throw those haymakers again. Yeah, man, that's probably one of the biggest reflex related sections in the game, seriously, apart from the Mike Tyson's punches in the opening of the fight. How many times we knocked him down? Twice. Oh, there we go. He's going to go for the haymakers again. But if you can avoid all the haymakers, you're rewarded with a longer opening to punch him in the belly. Which is really, really good, actually. So there you go. That should be a TKO. On to the second last fight. Alright, my friends. We have the title match. This is Macho Man, or Super Macho Man, I should say. And there's another video on YouTube. I've forgotten what it is. I'll have to look for it. But apparently that it's proven that Super Macho Man was modeled off superstar Billy Graham, the professional wrestler, may he rest in peace. So, it's funny, he's got Macho Man in his name, like Macho Man Randy Savage, but no, apparently he's based off superstar Billy Graham. You can see similar moveset to Soda Pompinski, but he throws punches this time from all directions. But he throws punches so quick, it's usually relatively easy to avoid them. You still can get caught out of a rhythm if you're not careful. You do need to have some pretty hectic reflexes on this particular level. I've beaten Macho Man many times without taking a hit, but you know, I let him catch me out on that occasion, unfortunately. Oh, shit. I screwed up, guys, because I thought he was about to do his super spin punch, so I was going for uppercuts. Yeah, I got caught out on that occasion. We need to get good here, guys. This is not a very good start. I don't find Macho Man to be an exceptionally difficult fighter. I mean, he does have some crazy spin punches that can knock you down instantly, but I think people usually on this fight get caught out more by the intimidation factor than the actual difficulty. Again, once you figure this out, it's like riding a bike. Alright, there we go. That's number 2. I think this is probably going to go to a second round. Oh, boy. Oh, we're going to be close to knock him out in the first round, but yeah, not meant to be. Alright, we can recover some health too. I'll show you how to do that in a second, actually. So let's look at the smack talk. Stick and move, stick and move. My body is just so totally cool. Hey, I'm not going to lie. He does have a cool body. Got a weird looking chin, though. It looks like an ass. If you hold the select button, you can only do this once a fight. But if you hold the select button and then press start in between rounds, again, only once a fight, you'll get a little bit of health back. It's kind of random. Sometimes you'll get a lot of health back like that. Sometimes you only get a small smidgen. I think it's luck-based, but if you know the mechanic behind that, by all means, let me know. It might also be dependent on how many times you get knocked down during the fight before you use it. There we go. He's been knocked down 3 times already. You think he'd get the hit by now. Wow, how many was that? Like 8 or something? Doesn't usually do that many. I think it goes up to about 10. I think 10 is the most I've seen. Oh, there we go. There's the next one. Hopefully when he's been knocked down 4 times now, so hopefully when he gets up this time, there'll be a little teacup of health left. Oh, that wasn't quite enough to finish the job. The uppercuts are pretty weak against Macho. There you go. He ain't getting back up this time. Little bit of a slow start in the first round, but look at that, guys. We brought it home very strong. As you can see, Little Mac is now champion, or Lil Mac is now, just like the rappers, Lil. We'll call him Lil. Everyone's a Lil. Remember that phase? Everyone was a Lil. Yeah! Guess which Lil that was. That was terrible. Alright. Oh, now we got the dream fight. And, alright guys, this is the dreaded Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson in his prime, who's also about 100 pounds heavier than Little Mac, everybody. Now this first minute and a half is absolute hell. Not only do you need a high amount of reflexes to avoid these uppercuts that will knock you down instantly, but you get caught out because sometimes they're on a delayed timer. See? That's what will always catch you. Not so much the punches themselves, but your muscle memory will always want to instantly dodge, and the delay will catch you out. Yeah, it's really tough, man. Hopefully we only get knocked down the once, and we should be in a good standing here. Yeah, there we go. We survived the first minute and a half. So the good news is, after the first minute and a half of the fight, if you survive, there's no more instant knockdowns. But they're still going to really freaking hurt you. Now, there is a way that you can time your punches in a certain way to actually beat Mike Tyson in the first round. And I've seen a couple people do it on a YouTube video and make it look so easy. I would highly recommend you check those out too in your travels. But, you know, I just haven't figured out the timings and the mechanics for it yet. But it's possible. I've visually seen it with my eyes. You can beat Mike in the first round. As it stands for me, the best I've done is beat him in the second round. No damage apart from blocking. I have actually beaten Mike Tyson, no damage apart from taking blocks. So that's the best I've ever done. Can't say the same for today, unfortunately. Although he's only hit us once so far. Now he's going to open up with these really, really quick jabs. This is a good opportunity to get some star uppercuts here. If we can get 3 of those, we actually stand a chance of possibly getting the victory in the second round. There you go. We actually might get the TKO here, guys, in round 2. We play our cards right and use these star uppercuts and knock him down very quickly again. There you go, that's 1. That's 2. Oh shit, I didn't use it properly. Oh no, I mistimed it. Oh, there you go. See, one little mistake, and that can make the difference now between winning in round 2 and barely winning in round 3. It's crazy. We totally screwed that up. Oh well, at least we've knocked him down 3 times now. I can't believe I didn't press the start button hard enough. It's like I put my thumb over it to do an uppercut, and then I didn't press it. I think I'm letting the pressure of Tyson get to me here. Now, we could probably beat him here still. It's gonna be a tough call, everybody. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's gonna be close. 1. There it is, right at the end of round 2, guys. TKO. That's a big relief. The third round is a mixture of uppercuts, jabs, combo punches. It's not pleasant. So if you can get it done in round 2, you definitely want to get the Tyson fight done in round 2. But we're going to enjoy the end credits now, guys. This was a wonderful trip down memory lane. Thank you for watching one of my favorite games of all time, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. I could literally play this every single day and be a happy man. I don't know what it is about this. I don't know if it's the gameplay or if it's the colorful characters or whatever, but there's just something about this game that always calms me. I know everyone has that one game, and for me, this is it. It's cool. I think this is probably the first time I ever saw a proper ending screen too. I mean, the first game on NES I ever beat was Super Mario Brothers. And yeah, you got to see the princess and stuff, but you just got a simple little message. I feel like this is a celebration of your efforts, so to speak. I do like these end credits. And we're going to see what Mac's final record is here. There you go, 14 and 0. Pretty clean record right there, if I say so myself. Guys, thank you so much for watching my video today. I had an absolute ball doing that for you. Please let me know what other games you'd like to see, and we will see you on the next video. Take care, everybody.